Hello everyone, I'm Lightsaber9 at GigsJaw, and welcome to episode 5 of the Unreal Engine Slender tutorial. Alright, so, something that I just realized from the last episode, right? The reason that I think this is so, empty is because if you look at the grid line here, I don't know if you can see it, this grid line is 0, 0, which means this is really deep. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But that's not what this video is about. So there's two things I'd like to do. I would like to change the sky to make it darker, and I would also like to start working on the enemies. So let's just work on the sky. So if we click on it, we'll have the sky sphere, and what is it? There's a way, if we get our skylight or the sun direction or something, there's a way that we can directly change the height based off of, okay, it's the position. So over here, yeah, we're gonna grab this one. This is the sun position. What is it called? Light source. And if we just rotate this down, it should change the colors of the sky. As you can see, I can't wait to have to build our lighting again. That's gonna be so fun. Or alternatively though, if we just undo that, we can go to our sky sphere, and we can actually turn this off and then change it custom. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make everything like a dark blue purple color and see how that looks. That must be it must have been the overall color. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That looks considerably better now. It's also just getting bright because of the camera adjustments, it looks like. Let's just hop in and see if it looks good at all. Oh yeah, it does. It looks fine. The sun is a bit bright still, so we're going to turn down the brightness because it doesn't make sense. Also, I changed the flashlight up. You guys can tell it's got rings in it now. I just added 2 more spotlights and changed the brightness if you want to do that. Alright, so let's change the brightness of the sun. Oh, we also got to change our light source, right? Intensity. Let's put this on 1. See how that looks? I think that looks decently fine. Actually, there's no moon. There we go. I want the 0.5. That looks nice. That looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. There are ways to add the sun back in to make it look like there's a moon. I just don't. You have to like actually go in and change the materials, and I'm not sure how to do that. So now that that paint is over, let's go and work on the enemy. To make our enemy, we're going to make a new folder. I'm just going to call it enemy. Then we're going to grab our third-person character, copy him, paste him into our enemy folder, and rename him as following enemy, just so it's not everything isn't named enemy. And let's come inside. We don't need any of this stuff. We also don't need him to have a flashlight or a camera, so we can get rid of all of this. And let's just drag him in to where our character is, so we can test if it's working. Where's my character? There he is. Let's drag him in, and let's start working on the blueprints to make him follow. So we need to get an event tick. And then we need something like a pawn follow or something like that. Or AI follow. No, AI move to. That's what it's called. We need AI move to. Put it here. The pawn is we're going to cast to third person character. The object is we're just going to get player character. Put that in. Wait, no, pawn should be self. I think we can, it should work because it is technically a pawn, right? Yeah. And then target actor, we're going to do that. Acceptance radius, we're going to put a 1. And let's see if he starts following us. Oh, we need one more thing. We need a, so right now he can't actually pathfind. We need to add a Nav Mesh. So, Nav Mesh bounds volume. And this we have to place, much like our tree spawner, we have to place this over the entire map. So he can find his way through the forest. If we press G, you'll see it's starting to build navigation, and then you'll start to notice eventually, maybe it's not working. Let's put in the whole thing first, and then we'll try it again. Alright, so again, if we press G, maybe it's not G, it's another button. Because G is like hiding mode, yeah. Which, H? There's a button that you can tell. It will turn everything green. Alright, let me just look this up real quick. Alright, so the button is the P key. There we go. You see everything is green. This means that he can now pathfind. Anything that's green he can get to. So we just want to make sure that it's covering everything, which it does look like it is. Obviously there's like blank spots, that's for the trees because he's got collision there. So now he should be able to follow us. And there we go. He's going to chase us around. You can change his values just the same way we did the player. You just go in to character movement, get the max walk speed. And we're almost done. We're just going to set up for the future. We're going to get a movement speed value. Yeah, we're just going to call it move speed. Change this to a float. And the reason that we're doing this is because eventually when we pick up like the whatever pieces, like papers, pages, whatever you want to add, he's going to get faster. So to do that, we're going to create another new folder and call it game mode. Game mode underscore instance is what I always call the folders, so I put them in the same place. You don't have to. But then we're going to go to Blueprint class, get all classes, and make a new game mode right here. We're going to call this Slender GM. Inside, set our default pawn to be our main character, which in this case third person character. And then we're going to create a new variable, and we're going to call it pickups. Make this an integer. Now, in our event tick, we're just going to get a sequence. So this is always going to be running. Pathfinding, we're going to branch off, and we're going to cast our game mode. Alright, so we're going to cast a Slender GM, we're going to get game mode, and we're going to get our pickups. Now, we need to set it up so the movement speed, which we're just going to set as our default move speed here. Okay, so the programming that I was doing, it was actually, I just realized there was an easier way to do it. So, alright, starting from here, what we're going to actually do is we're going to, once again, get our third, actually, we can just drag it out. We're going to get in our third person character, I forgot to show this in the video. We're going to create just a Boolean value called pickup. We added a thing here that whenever we push F, it's just going to add +1 to our pickups. This is just temporarily for me. But we're going to get a Boolean called pickup that we're going to use later. And basically, whenever pickup is true, we're going to want to add 10 to the move speed. So actually, let's just delete the move speed off of this. and go to Slender GM, or game mode, and then we're gonna do enemy move speed in here. I know this is a confusing video. If you have questions, just write them in the comments. And then whenever we set pickup to be true, we're going to set move speed to be move speed, so we're going to get it, plus like 80. So it's going to increase by 80 whenever we pick it up. And we're going to, actually we're going to want to cast to our GM still. We can get rid of this. And we're just going to do this. We're going to have the set max walk speed be our new enemy move speed. So now every time we pick it up, it's going to add on 80, making him faster. Once again, I know it's confusing because this is me recording later after editing the video. See right here, actually. Alright, so now that we're in here, whenever we use our pickup, which in this case it's pushing F, he's going to get slightly faster. Alright, so yeah, I'd say that everything is now complete. So let's just do a quick run through one last time. In our following enemy, we still have the normal following blueprints, and then we're just going to cast to our game mode, get the move speed that we set, and set the max walk speed of the enemy. Inside the game mode, we have our pickups and our enemy move speed variables, and inside a third-person character, we have our pickup boolean right here, which is just, actually, we might not even need this, I don't think, because we're not using this anywhere else, so we can get rid of that. Simply just add pickups plus 1, and then add move speed every time we pick it up. It's fairly simple programming. Hopefully you guys can understand what's going on here. But yeah, once again, if you have questions, put them in the comments and I'll get to you. But thank you all for watching this messy episode. I'll be sure to do better next time. Goodbye.